Good morning. I'm just heading out for a run in Hamilton, Ontario. This is Zoe. I'm with Brad, and we are at Pier 4 Park in Hamilton, northwest end. And we are going to do a 25-kilometer walk, probably mostly, and hike. And we are endeavoring to do mostly trails. So enjoy the journey with us if you'd like, and I'm sure you'll see my personality degrade over the course of the kilometers, but we'll see how it goes. As you can see, I'm pretty packed up. I have about 1.5 liters of water. What do we have? A sandwich, an orange, a bar, a little bit of electrolyte, and then Brad has some water as well. So let's see how it goes. Hey, so I've run along a lot of distances with Brad. So Brad, remind me again why you're always telling me slow down. Not that I go fast. But I sometimes I have to go consciously slow, and sometimes it doesn't feel natural. So tell me, Brad.
Well, the human body is designed to go a certain slow pace. Like a walk, for instance, can walk a long time before your body will break down. And the faster you go to jog or run, the faster your body will sort of break down eventually and lose the energy required to keep going. So if only you keep the pace at a certain level, you can really push the distance quite a bit.
Which is why we're going almost uncomfortably slow when we do longer distance, unless we're like running a race.
Especially at the start of a long run, it's easy to get excited and think about how great it's going to be to run the run and get carried away going a little too fast, when you really need to take it easy, especially at the start. You feel great and you have 5 kilometers left, and by all means speed up is my motto, but don't speed up on the first 5
Yeah, that's always my problem in races. I'm like, I'm gonna get my personal best. I'm gonna go faster for the first 10K, and then by the last 10K I'm walking and dying.
Right. Nobody wants that, so
yeah,
that's why you pace it slow.
So this run, we're gonna go slow. So we're heading off of the waterfront trail. We're at Princess Point. Right here. Dijonais, Sardin. Onto the Princess Point little secret trail, I call it. Oh, my secret trail. So from here, well, actually from the start, we should be on a trail for the next 10 kilometers. We are going into the south shore of Coots Paradise, and on the way back we'll be heading in back by taking the north shore, which is on the other side. A very different style of trail, but I've fallen a few times here, so I gotta be careful. I'm notorious at tripping. As you can see, These are really fun trails. When younger me used to often take the kids here because you can loop. It's only maybe like 1.5 kilometers or something to Churchill Park. Maybe not even. It's a really nice loop and the kids love it. Dogs, I would not recommend because the water is quite polluted. I don't know if this will catch it on camera, but the perfect spider web. All right, this is Churchill Park. It's being renovated, but there is a trail going around on both sides. So, as you can see, we're gonna just head to the right, which is heading towards McMaster University. Wow. It is very peaceful here. If you ever need a place just to come that's right smack in the middle of the city, this is it, 100%. It's quiet. It smells good. You're surrounded by trees. It's a place for mindfulness. Good morning. This is one of my favorite spots. So if you're ever on the main trail, which we're headed to, make sure you go up the stairs, especially if you have kids, and just come up and hang out here for a while. It's like a natural playground. Our kids used to love it, and we always see parents hanging out here with kids, just playing, balancing, walking on these logs. So seriously, main trail, which you'll just need to Google where the main trail is, but at Churchill, and then you go down and then you'll see stairs which are heading down now. Smell that? It smells so good in here. I can't even place the exact scent. It's just a combination of every possible weed and green growth, dirt. It's a fun trail to take. we're headed into McMaster. That was the Ravine Road Trail. So this is the sports complex. So we're just gonna do the outskirts tour of McMaster. We're not going the interior of McMaster. That way would be what street, Brad? Like King and Sterling and all of that, which is the main entrance. We're gonna take the back entrance. So if you're watching this not from Hamilton and you're interested in what's around McMaster, this is the outskirts of McMaster. So we're leaving McMaster and now we're heading towards Dundas, taking Coots Drive. And after about 300 meters maybe on Coots Drive, you can veer onto a trail. Well, you're on a trail already, but you can veer onto a non-paved trail, more of a running trail alongside the creek, which we love. And gosh, years ago we didn't even know that trail went all the way to Dundas. It was a great find. And here's where we just were. This camera can catch this, but all those power lines are going up that escarpment. And way up there you see there's some houses up there.
Just that tree line.
That whole tree line. That's where we're going to be in about 5 kilometers from here. All right, see these transformers behind me? It's the same transformer section that we were at, that I showed you. I'll probably overlay this. See if I can peek down to where we were. I can't even tell where we were, but
Coots Drive.
Coots Drive is along there. So we were looking up here about 5 kilometers ago.
Yeah, it kind of goes over there. You can see
Yeah.
that gap.
Oh yeah. All right. Where the water is and all of that. Yeah. So it's the same. Here we go. Okay. So you're running, walking, and want to hike, take this way, not that way. It'll be beside the creek. We are entering Dundas, Ontario. We're at the 10K mark. We're in Dundas, and it's the first time that we will be on roads, for maybe about 2 kilometers. We'll be on streets with vehicles, then we'll be back on the trails. We just stopped to get water because that's the one downfall of this run. There isn't a lot of opportunity for fountains, sadly, because you're on the trails and generally there's no fountains. There was one at McMaster we could have gone to, but we chose to keep going. So thank goodness for a quick variety store stop. And now we head into part of Dundas and then up Sydenham Hill. Massive, steep, kind of feels very good once you get up to the top. This is another gem in the Hamilton, well, slash we're in Dundas area, is the Dundas Driving Park, they call it. Yeah. Massive, massive park. And there they have a little community that actually live here. We're gonna throw. And we're taking a little pathway. And up this side is the former Parkside School. Was there. Hello. Okay. Here we go, Brad. Sydenham Hill. The very start of this hill is a little precarious for walkers, runners, or hikers because there's not really a defined pathway. There had been some talk about putting a pathway in, and I think it's dealing with a lot of permits because this is along the protected area of the escarpment. But once you get past a certain point, the Bruce Trail is there and you can go along there. But this is what you have for about 1 kilometer. Do this. We don't generally buy any of the fancy stuff. Peanut butter and jam. Honey. Sometimes banana. Is there banana on here? No. No banana. But you gotta eat when you're on long runs. You can't just fill up on electrolytes and water. It's not enough, and you'll start feeling it. Your body starts aching. You gotta replenish. So. So from Sydenham, we are now heading back into the trails, and we are officially at Rock Chapel. There's a Royal RBG, has 110 hectares. So we're going to enjoy this. It's one of our favorite spots. And we are on a trail like this now for maybe another 8 or so kilometers. All right, see these transformers behind me? It's the same transformer section that we were at that I showed you. I'll probably overlay this. See if I can peek down to where we were. I can't even tell where we were, but Coots Drive is along there. So we were looking up here about yeah, like hard to get a grip on the depth when you're filming, but it drops right off. We're at the Rock Chapel parking lot, and this also would be a really good starting point to the run that we're doing. You could start here and then head either way and then start and finish here, because, well, this problem is paid parking here, unlike where we started, is not paid parking. It's free. So instead of going straight, no, you're gonna turn. This way.
Maybe the last one you ever had.
And look, it's just a hole.
You could theoretically climb.
You could like die if you aren't careful.
Not as big of a drop as some.
Well, that's a pretty,
Yeah, big enough.
like, decent fall. I suppose you wouldn't die.
You might, well, you might.
We are officially hiking down the Niagara Escarpment along the Escarpment Trail. Bruce Trail is here, and it's an extremely, extremely peaceful place. You could just feel the silence. This is why I like running through trails so much. Very peaceful. Very meditative.
Pretty much right. 2 seconds.
There's some crazy birds in here, making crazy weird noises. I've tried to meditate before, just through yoga, through other strategies and techniques, and I can never totally turn off my brain. But running, especially through these trails, does something to my brain. It gets me in a zone, gets me listening to my pattern of my footsteps and the silence. It's definitely a replacement for any kind of anxiety or depression medication. We just finished Rock Chapel Escarpment Trail, and we're now down at York Road. And this road, if you take it all the way that way, I'll put in a map, broad suggestion, you would end up in Dundas at Coots Drive. But we are going to head over to the RBG trails, if you can hear me through the traffic. This is the RBG North Shore. on the other side of Coots Paradise Marsh. And can you hear that? The cicadas and the crickets. I wish you could smell it. Smells and sounds so nice. Oh. Okay, we're going down here. So this is North Shore trails that we're on here. And across there is where we were about 2 hours ago. That is going from Princess Point, that's Princess Point there, and then going into Bayfront Park and so on. So we're going this way on the other side right now. You can see it's quite beautiful up here. Sorry, hopefully we didn't scare it. Oh, we're at 21 kilometers and it's feeling it because it's very hot. You can see, whew, only a few more to go. Just came through that little spot right there, the little trail. And we're heading down Old Guelph Road, and this is what we've got, and we're not happy about it. There is a little trail you can take on that road that kind of leads you in up here. Sorry, I didn't film it, but if you see a trail, take it. Because it bypasses some of the road and you end up kind of, this is still, I guess, RBG area. Used to be the old rock gardens in here. And here we are, York Street. We're finishing up this run and we're headed back to the waterfront trail. It's where we started from the York Street Bridge. That way would be Burlington. We came from that way. We're headed that way. Oh. Okay, 25, done. Well, that was the end of our long 25K run, and I'm pretty hot, but it was a really fun run. I would say my opinion is, unless you are used to that kind of terrain, there was some areas that were pretty rough going, both going up and down. It's probably a pretty hardcore run, I would say. I mean, I'm not saying I'm a hardcore runner, but I would definitely put that at the, it wouldn't be for like a beginner run. Would you agree, Bradley? But you could do a section of it. Yeah, there are areas of it that you could easily do. You don't have to do the entire run. There was, some definitely difficult moments, but if you have any suggestions that you suggest as alternative routes, please let me know. Thanks for watching.